Alright, people. At this point in the year, most of today should be review. I think some of you will, when you review things, you can a lot of times make new connections between stuff that we've talked about. But today, we've been talking about how science works the whole year. So, what are some things that we have learned about how science works?
It's usually observing and experimenting.
Okay.
Do we have to write that down?
How do you think I'm going to answer that question?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say yes.
We should.
You would. There you go. Okay, so now let me ask you guys a question. What's the difference between experimenting and observing? Leonard.
Because observing, sometimes you just have to only look. You can't touch. Like they say, you're studying a deadly black, you can't touch it or you die or something. You know, just look at it how it looks.
Yeah.
Like experimenting is when you actually perform a experiment, and observing is like when you just take notes down on it and you don't really test the subject or whatever you're.
Go on.
One of them you look at and take questions about and stuff and take notes, and another one you conduct it and take it.
Okay. Sadie?
Observing is like we just had a class, like kind of like with the tubes, we couldn't like break it or anything else and then try to figure out how it works. We just had to observe it.
Okay, now you brought up an example. What are some examples of things in nature that we can't experiment on, but we can observe? Okay.
Dolphins.
What could we do to experiment with dolphins?
They have to
Capture them.
If they're dead, you have to like
Okay, we can do things like cut them open. What else can we do to experiment with dolphins?
But I meant like.
Now, some of you think it's a really bad idea, which is fine. Which kind of gets at other things about science, but well, let's keep going. What are some other examples of stuff we cannot experiment on, but we can observe?
You can't experiment on like extinct animals.
Hold on a second. Say that again.
Like on extinct animals.
Okay.
And there might not be any more kind.
The layers of the earth, like on the bottom, like the core.
Okay. All right. So now I think we can move on from that idea. What are some other things that we've learned about how science works? Remember. Say that again. What do you mean? Okay. Why would two scientists have two different ideas about the same stuff? Okay. What else would cause two scientists to have different?
How they were raised and
Okay.
Well, like, doesn't that explain why there's no scientific theory or whatever?
Scientific what?
Theory. Method, there you go. I knew it was something.
Okay, now you guys are bringing up. So you brought up three different ideas there. Let's talk about these one at a time. How does culture affect scientists? Talk about the partners. How does culture affect scientists?
how does culture affect scientists?
The way you were raised.
Like technology, culture is different.
All right, everybody back up here, please. What are some ways culture affects scientists? People, when I give you time to talk in your group, I don't expect less hands, I expect more hands. I'll give you 30 more seconds.
Maybe the culture.
Alright, back up here. How does culture affect scientists?
Well, like when they're like working on something, like maybe their culture like doesn't let them do it.
Alright, well, there, I can't remember what kind of thing it is, but there is this one religion where they can't eat goat or something like that. And like that's their culture, so they can experiment on the goat. They go and like observe it, and like us, we can experiment on it because it's not against our culture. But like if so we'd probably get more information than they would.
Okay. Fine.
Like religion, like for example, you were not able to learn the evolution or whatever.
Evolution.
Evolution.
Okay.
People had different technology at the time, so
Hold on. Say it again.
different people had different technology at the time, which made them have different ways to like experiment things.
Okay, and I want to draw your guys' attention to an example there. Remember reading the Galileo story. What technology did Galileo use?
Telescope.
Say it again, Duval.
It's a telescope.
Now, let me ask you a question that I'm interested to hear what you guys say about this.
Okay.
The telescope certainly helped Galileo see the moon better. But how did the telescope hurt Galileo? Like, it didn't actually hurt him, but how did it keep him, like, what negative things did it have?
Like other people didn't believe him because a lot of other people didn't have his telescope or the same kind, so they couldn't see what he was seeing.
Okay.
Like if his telescope was dirty, he would think there's some kind of rock coming towards his way, but it would just be like some big.
Okay. And so the technology has definitely helped scientists make different kinds of observations, but it can also